This channel is proudly partnered with the What the Funk shop. Please check out their store for all sorts of products. They have dice, miniatures, Game Master screens, home decorations, and many other things. You will find the link in the description and in the pinned comment. And make sure that you use my code for a special discount. Hi! Welcome to this part 1 of my review featuring Inkforged. This is a very interesting tabletop RPG. It's a fantasy RPG, but it's highly detailed and yet simple to understand. And you have a system to enchant your weapons using magically charged ink. Now let's talk about the quality of the PDF. The quality is pretty good. There are some caveats. For example, the document has a fully hyperlinked table of contents, but you have no bookmarks, so you constantly need to return to the table of contents in order to better navigate the PDF. Everything is well written, explained, organized. The graphic design, the layout is somewhat minimalistic, except for the illustrations in black and white, which are sometimes baroque. They look really nice, other times quite simple. However, when it comes to the writing, in one of the initial sections, specifically on page, let me find it, it's over here. Yes, page 3. On page 3, on the right column, the paragraph above, it is missing a piece. It is easy enough to understand the information in that paragraph, but perhaps a newcomer to tabletop RPGs will find a bit of difficulty understanding the paragraph. So overall the quality is good, I would say decent, just because of those caveats. Now let's talk about the contents. First, you have an introduction to what a tabletop RPG is. There is sometimes an attempt to make this experience as immersive as possible, that is, understanding the rules, as if you are reading some sort of magical book of sorts. But when it comes to the introduction to tabletop RPGs, well, for the most part it is good. However, it is said, this is done through a combination of storytelling and mechanics. You are not telling a story in tabletop RPGs. This is not a storytelling game. This is not Raven, or Children of the Fall, or the Hardy Boys. You are not telling a story about your character. You are playing a role and you are playing a game. That is it. You are not saying Peter the fighter went into the cave and he encountered an ogre. Peter the fighter jumped against the ogre and then he cut the ogre's right ear. No, you're describing your action, and maybe you need to roll to decide the outcome of that action. That is it. Now you have a game master or narrator, as it is called here, and you have the icon, which is a player character. This game uses the Defined by Dice system. It is somewhat different from other standard fantasy RPGs, but instead of classes you assign a separate die to each of your 5 traits and skills. 5 skills and 5 traits, that is in total. The combination of traits and skills generates the essence of your character. Now, most of the roles are carried out by the player characters. Here is where there is missing information. When a skill check is needed, it will always be done from the player's perspective. It is recommended that you negotiate with the narrator to lower the challenge rating of the tasks. How lame is that? Okay, the difficulty is this. Oh, Mr. Narrator, can I use this to reduce the difficulty? Well, Tommy, maybe if you use this. Can I use this other thing to reduce the difficulty? And now you're having a conversation instead of playing a role and playing a game. How lame, how absolutely lame. This introduction is pretty bad. Like 1/4 of it at the start is good. And then the author encourages you to have a conversation between player and game master. They do not exist in the game world. Who are you talking to? You have player characters and the game world. Please, oh please, watch my actual plays. At the front of my channel, you can see them. The players do not ask questions to the game master because everything can be obtained through roleplay. You do not negotiate with the world itself, with real life. You do not negotiate with the door, with the hole, with the trees. You carry out an action and that is it. Okay? Icons do not gain experience points and level up. Instead, the narrator awards build points as the game plays out, and these are immediately spent purchasing specific improvements to a single aspect of your character. Each campaign of Inkforged starts by bringing the icons into the realm, and ends with each icon learning to become a better person and returning to their real lives. Oh no, And at the end of this page, again, page 3, there is missing information. It says Inkforged, and it doesn't continue. Who knows what was next? And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part, we are going to talk about dice conventions and the book. So this introduction is pretty lackluster, to be quite honest. I could lie and say, oh, this is the greatest introduction. No. The missing information needs to be added. And the roleplay explanation... In tabletop role-playing games, you are playing a game and you are playing a role. That is it. You're not telling a story, you're not having a conversation, you're not carrying out some sort of theater play. No. This is a tabletop RPG. As simple as that. Thank you for watching this part of the review. Don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member using the super thanks button. Like, subscribe, take a look at the information in the description, the pinned comment. This has been your host Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. And remember, in tabletop RPGs, you are not having a conversation about your characters. You are experiencing the game world as your characters by playing a role in a tabletop RPG. Once again, thank you and see you later.